Now, Barrack Muluka has resigned as the Secretary General of the ANC party of Musalia Mudavadi. What is Barrack Muluka up to? Because according to Barrack Muluka, he has resigned both as the Secretary General of the party and also as a member. Is it possible that Barrack Muluka is planning to join the cabinet? Because you also know that in this country, we've had the talk about the cabinet reshuffle. And I don't want to rule out the possibility of President Uhuru Kenyatta reaching out to Musalia Mudavadi to join his government. And then Musalia Mudavadi decides that for political reasons, he can't join the government because he wants to run for the presidency in 2022. And because he can't join the government, he has then nominated Barrack Muluka to represent him in government. I'm not ruling out that, because why would Muluka decide to resign both as a member of the party and as the SG? And for one to be appointed as a cabinet secretary in this country, they must not belong to any political party. So something is convincing me that Barrack Muluka is actually setting the stage to join the government. And that's why he has resigned as a Secretary General and also as a member. And is it also possible that if Muluka is not going to join the government, is it also possible that Barrack Muluka is actually planning to join William Ruto and his think tank? Because I know as things stand today, the Deputy President William Ruto is actually reaching out to technocrats in various fields to join his team as part of his think tank. And we remember just the other day, Makau Mutua was approached and he declined to take the role. Barrack Muluka in 2012 worked with Raila Odinga as the director of communications for his campaign. And he delivered. And during that time, I remember Barrack Muluka was being paid almost 1 million Kenyan shillings for the job he was offering to Raila Odinga. So Barrack Muluka is also one of the highly educated and intelligent people we have in this country. So I'm trying to convince myself that Barrack Muluka could actually be headed to William Ruto's camp as a technocrat, because the deputy president is currently crafting a team for his campaign. Barrack Muluka cannot refuse the money which the deputy president is going to offer. And if those are not the reasons why Barrack Muluka is resigning, is it possible that Musalia Mudavadi, who is the party leader of ANC, has realized that ANC party is actually a village political party? The party leader comes from Vihiga, Musalia Mudavadi himself. The Secretary General, Barrack Muluka, was coming from Vihiga County. The chairman comes from Vihiga County. The deputy party leader, Ayub Savula, comes from Kakamega County. Is it possible that Musalia Mudavadi has realized that his party is a village party? So what he's trying to do now is to allow other people to join in. So one of the people who must pave way is actually Barrack Muluka. Because let's face it, someone like Eliud Owalo joined the ANC party. And recently, we saw ANC party making a serious announcement that the party will not conduct any election until after the next general election. Actually, they deferred their elections for 36 months. I've never seen a political party making such kind of move, that they were not going to allow any party elections for the next 36 months because of the COVID. 36 months. That means ANC party would have Barrack Muluka, would have Savula, would have Kenani, who is the chairman, all coming from a neighbor, from the village, from the same village, and Musalia Mudavadi is going to contest for the presidency. And how was it going to sit with the people who had joined ANC party in the hope that the ANC party was going to give them opportunity? Take, for example, today, Eliud Owalo, when he joined the ANC party, he contested in Kibra. And if you followed Eliud Owalo and ANC party activities, ever since ANC party announced that they were not going to conduct elections, have you ever seen him again in ANC activities? So I think Musalia Mudavadi realized that there was a problem and is trying to fix this problem. And the only way to fix this problem is by removing Muluka, So he entered into an agreement, gentleman agreement, with Barrack Muluka to resign. And lastly, I am also trying to look at it from a political perspective. Is it possible that Barrack Muluka realized that politics is not his thing? So he has decided that I don't fit anywhere in politics. You know, Muluka, even in political rallies, I was seeing him in Kibra. He was odd one out during those rallies. He tried, but he was odd one out. Is it possible that Barrack Muluka has realized that politics is not his thing? So he has just decided to resign. So for us to understand all this, I want us to go through Barrack Muluka's resignation letter and try to pick out why he probably had to write it like the way he wrote it, because he's a communications expert, and probably why he is resigning. I want to go, I'm just trying to get Barrack Muluka's letter. Yes, I have it here. And I'm going to read from this phone. You know, I normally have site problems, so I might not, so but you'll forgive me. I normally have site problems, but I want to read the Barrack Muluka's letter. Barrack Muluka's letter is actually received today at the Amani National Congress party. The letter is addressed to Musalia Mudavadi, Party Leader Amani National Congress. He's saying, dear sir, these engagements, and they are in point forms. So let me just start by point 1. He's saying, I am writing to thank you for having given me the opportunity to support you with various tasks which were discussed and agreed upon in May 2015 and September 2017. They included the writing of your biography titled Soaring Above the Storm of Passion and helping with reorganization and strengthening of your party. So Barrack Muluka actually joined ANC in 2015. But during that 2015, he just joined it as a member. He was appointed as the Secretary General of ANC in November 2017 after the last general election. So he's saying the main reason why he joined Musalia Mudavadi's side was to help Musalia Mudavadi craft or to publish that book, Soaring Above the Storm. And after that book, if Muluka was honest, then that book was launched almost over 1 year ago now. He would have resigned before now. But he's saying one of the reasons was for him to join and reorganize the party. I don't know how he succeeded in that. Number 2, Muluka is saying, I am now satisfied that both assignments have been suitably done. The biography was published and launched last year. The party has, meanwhile, been successfully wrestled from difficult spaces and placed in a strong footing for growth and expansion across the country. It is now ready, in my considered view, to compete with the political power against other major political parties. The coming into being of a new party constitution a few days ago especially gives ANC a good chance for a fresh start and a new lease of life. So from here, we can conclude that Barrack Muluka believes very strongly that he has contributed positively to the growth of ANC party, that he picked ANC party from where it was and he has now left it in a place where it can compete with URP, with the ODM, with KANU and other political parties. Let's give credit where it's due. Before Muluka came into ANC, ANC party was initially UDF. We know how UDF ended up. Then it became ANC. Then we also, ANC was not managed well. But when Muluka came, at least there's been kind of, even the way they are communicating their staffs has been a bit different. You can attribute Musalia Mudavadi Center, campaign center up there. And this is why I strongly believe that Muluka is joining either the government or William Ruto's think tank. Because if Muluka was to resign as the Secretary General of ANC, Musalia Mudavadi has just created a Musalia Mudavadi Center. Muluka had the option of even heading that secretariat. Now, that's that. Now, let's go to the third point of Barrack Muluka. He's saying, I doubt that I could add more value to what I have done so far. Moreover, it is now fitting that the space around you should be decongested. This will allow you to make critical decisions on the population and leadership of the party under the new constitution. It will also is you are making personal political choices in the lead up to 2022 election. As part of giving you the necessary latitude on the odious political journey ahead, I have now elected to step aside and move on to other horizons. This, therefore, is my formal letter of resignations, both as the Secretary General and as a member of ANC Party. By a copy of the same, I hereby instruct the Registrar of Political Parties to strike out my name. In both capacities, the Registrar will also please note that I do not now belong to any political party or organizations. So Barrack Muluka is now saying that the main reason why he's leaving Musalia Mudavadi is that he has put in structures, and now he wanted to create space around Musalia Mudavadi. I'm not very well conversant with ANC Party and how it's run and managed. But I would be interested in understanding the power which Barrack Muluka had around Musalia Mudavadi to an extent that now when he's resigning, he's claiming to be creating space around Musalia Mudavadi so that Musalia Mudavadi can actually make independent political choices. A presidential candidate needs advisors. Why is Barrack Muluka deciding at this particular point to dump Musalia Mudavadi? What he's doing is actually dumping Musalia Mudavadi. This is the time Musalia Mudavadi needed Barrack Muluka if Barrack Muluka was adding value to him. But if Barrack Muluka was not adding any value to Musalia Mudavadi, then you can say it is good riddance for Musalia Mudavadi so that now Musalia Mudavadi can focus on his bid for 2022. But Musalia Mudavadi has gone further and told the Registrar of Political Parties that for him and ANC Party, they are now done. Nothing beyond them. So for him and ANC as a Secretary General, so he has went further and actually instructed the Registrar to strike out his name. Why is the Registrar being instructed to strike off the name? He could just write a letter, another separate letter. So it means there is an agency on Barrack Muluka, and it's emphasizing that he no longer belongs to any political party. And that's why I was trying to conclude that maybe he wants to join the government. So by joining government and you're a member of a political party, someone can go to court. So he doesn't want to do that. Or is it possible that he's taking some other assignment somewhere? But I'm convinced that Barrack Muluka has dumped Musalia Mudavadi because of these 4 reasons which I mentioned up there. Let me conclude the letter. The letter is concluding, I wish you well on the rest of your competitive journey ahead and on your tour of public duty. Thank you once again for the experience we have shared and especially for the privilege of writing your biography. I will be available to hand over formally to the next Secretary General as soon as one is in place and ready for the handover. I will wait for your guidance in this regard. So basically, Barrack Muluka has also made this resignation to be a honorable resignation. I don't remember any other political party where a Secretary General of a political party has done what Barrack Muluka has done. So up to that point, let us clap for Barrack Muluka. That's maturity which Barrack Muluka has actually displayed in the face of Kenyans and the rest of the world. That a Secretary General of a political party can decide to resign as a Secretary General and also as a member of the political party, and then ask to be allowed to hand over. And he's saying he's patient enough to wait. So on that, Barrack Muluka has scored big. So let us wait and see how Barrack Muluka is going to move on going forward. Remember, Barrack Muluka, if you read the autobiography by Barrack Muluka, Soaring Above the Storm by Musalia Mudavadi, it reflected kind of the thoughts of Barrack Muluka. The differences Barrack Muluka had with Raila Odinga found their way into that book. And Edwin Sifuna at some point took Barrack Muluka head on those particular matters. Barrack Muluka also had issues with the former Secretary General of ANC Party, Ososi Godfrey. So let us wait and see how Barrack Muluka is going to maneuver all this, whether he's going to transition from being a gentleman in politics to maybe whichever assignment he's going to take. I want to take this opportunity to thank Barrack Muluka on behalf of ANC party. But let us wait and see how things are going to unfold. But as I keep on saying, in politics, nothing happens out of mere coincidence. Everything in politics is normally planned, executed to achieve certain political objectives. The resignation by Barrack Muluka was intended to achieve specific political objectives. Bye-bye.